He was never a hero, but he wasn't a monster either. From losing everything to becoming Earth's last line of defense. This is the complete evolution of Venom, from journalist to lethal protector, and now, the final fight that could end it all. 3 films, 1 story, and a new god rising in the shadows. Welcome to Venom: The Last Dance. Let's recap the chaos before it ends. It all began with a crash. A spacecraft owned by the mysterious Life Foundation crashes on Earth, carrying alien life forms known as symbiotes. Only one survives, and it won't be alone for long. Cut to Eddie Brock, a journalist with a sharp tongue and a stubborn sense of justice. He lives in San Francisco with his fiancée Anne Weying, a successful lawyer, but Eddie's instincts get the best of him. While investigating the Life Foundation, led by Carlton Drake, Eddie discovers unethical experiments on human test subjects, bonded to symbiotes. He leaks sensitive info, but it backfires. He loses his job. Anne leaves him. He hits rock bottom, but fate has plans. During a break-in at a Life Foundation lab, Eddie comes into contact with one of the symbiotes, and everything changes. His body begins to shift. He hears voices. He's no longer alone. The symbiote introduces itself as Venom, a parasite with a monstrous form, unmatched strength, and a disturbing appetite. At first, Eddie resists. He doesn't want this thing inside him. But when Drake sends mercenaries to retrieve the symbiote, Eddie unleashes his new partner, and chaos begins. Venom takes control, giant leaps, long tongue, dislocated limbs, bulletproof. Use shots of Eddie transforming, Venom throwing guards around, eating someone off screen. Meanwhile, the other surviving symbiote, Riot, travels across the globe, jumping from host to host, eventually bonding. With Carlton Drake, Riot is stronger, more brutal, and wants to bring more symbiotes to Earth. Eddie and Venom must make a choice, run or fight. For once, Venom chooses Earth. He's grown fond of it. And of Eddie. The two bond over their shared outcast status. On my planet, I was kind of a loser. Like you, Venom tells Eddie. In the end, Eddie and Venom take on Riot and Drake in a fiery final battle at the launch pad. Riot is destroyed. The rocket is destroyed, but so is Venom, or so it seems. In the final moments, Eddie walks away, and we hear the voice again. We are Venom. Venom, 2018. A lethal protector is born. Some monsters are made. Others are born. Venom, Let There Be Carnage picks up 1 year later. Eddie Brock is trying to get his life back. Journalism, stability, maybe even redemption. But things are complicated. He's still bonded with Venom, who wants more. Freedom, more action, and more brains. Their relationship is strained. Like a chaotic couple, they fight constantly. Eddie wants normal. Venom wants violence. But everything changes when Eddie interviews an infamous serial killer, Cletus Cassidy. Cletus promises to reveal where his victims are buried, but only to Eddie. What no one realizes is that Cletus sees something familiar in Eddie, something alien. During a prison confrontation, Cletus bites Eddie and swallows part of the symbiote. That bite becomes a birth. Carnage is born. Carnage isn't just stronger than Venom, he's faster, wilder, and fully out of control. While Venom is learning to restrain himself, Carnage is pure chaos. Cletus breaks out of prison, freeing his long-lost love, Shriek, a mutant with a deadly sonic scream. Together, they set the city on fire. Meanwhile, Eddie and Venom hit their breaking point. They separate. Venom hops from body to body, going on a wild solo adventure through raves, chickens, and bad karaoke. But when Carnage starts killing cops, priests, and causes mayhem, Venom realizes Eddie is his only match. They reunite for one final battle, in a cathedral, where Carnage and Shriek plan to get married. The fight is brutal. Carnage nearly wins. But Venom plays smart, using Shriek's sonic scream to separate Carnage from Cletus. Eddie doesn't hesitate. Venom eats Carnage. And then, Cletus. The monster is gone. But the world isn't safe yet. In a post-credit scene, Eddie and Venom are hiding out on a beach when suddenly, the universe shifts. They're in a new reality. And on the TV, they see him. Tom Holland's Spider-Man. The multiverse is real, and Venom is now part of it. But the real threat is still to come. The final chapter begins, with a war they can't escape. In Venom. The Last Dance. Eddie and Venom are on the run, not just from Earth's authorities, but from forces far more dangerous. The government knows about the symbiotes. They're done watching. They're ready to eliminate them. We see scientists trying to replicate symbiotes, soldiers prepping bioweapons, and a new type of hunter unleashed. But the real threat? It comes from beyond the stars. It's him, Knull, the god of the symbiotes. In Marvel lore, Knull is the ancient creator of the symbiote species, a being so powerful he once decapitated a celestial. The trailers hint at his presence, but keep him in the shadows. Is he pulling the strings? Or is something even worse coming? Meanwhile, Venom has changed again. He's leaner, more aggressive, less patient. His bond with Eddie? Still strong, but tested like never before. In a surprising twist, we even see Venom riding a horse, armored, full gallop, like a gothic knight charging into battle. Yeah, Venom on a horse. But the tone is darker. This time, Venom doesn't seem like the anti-hero we laughed with. He looks doomed. One line from the trailer hits hard. "This is our last dance, Eddie. Is this goodbye? Is Eddie going to die? Will Venom be sacrificed to stop Knull or prevent the symbiote invasion? We don't know yet, but we do know this. The story that began in 2018 with a crash ends in 2024 with a war part 3, Venom. The Last Dance hits theaters October 25th, and it might just change everything. Across 3 films, Venom evolves, not just in power, but in identity. In 2018, he was a wild parasite, hungry, hostile. By 2021, he became more than a voice in Eddie's head. He became a partner, even a friend. In 2024, he's something else. A warrior, a protector, maybe even a hero. His design changes too, from bulky and monstrous to more agile and refined. The eyes sharper, the voice deeper, the body more human. But his personality? Still the same old Venom, brutal, funny, loyal, and terrifying when provoked. Eddie, too, changes, from a fallen reporter to a man carrying the weight of worlds. Their bond, once forced, becomes the reason they both survive. Knull, the god of the symbiotes. In Marvel's comics, he predates the universe, a primordial being cast into darkness until he fought back. With the first symbiote blade, the all-black, from that blade he created the symbiotes, a hive of living weapons. But when they defied him, he swore vengeance. Knull is more than a villain. He's a god of the void. He can control symbiotes, manipulate minds, and even kill gods. In the trailers, we don't see his face, but the signs are there. The hive mind visions, the alien symbols, the unnatural black goo spreading like a virus. If Knull is coming, nobody is safe. Not Venom. Not Earth. Not even Spider-Man. In Let There Be Carnage, Venom saw Spider-Man on TV, a tease that shook the fandom. And in No Way Home, a small piece of the symbiote was left behind in the MCU. What does this mean? Could a new Venom rise in Holland's universe? Could we see a showdown between Spider-Man and a rogue symbiote in Secret Wars? Or is this trilogy truly the end of Eddie and Venom's story? For now, it's all theory. But one thing's clear. The symbiote legacy is far from over. From alien parasite to lethal protector to warrior of worlds, this is the evolution of Venom. What started with a crash ends with a choice. Will Eddie Brock survive? Will Knull rise? Or is this truly the last dance? Hit that subscribe button for more movie evolutions and tell us in the comments, what's your favorite Venom moment? Thanks for watching.